on behind you.
Oh yeah, about to turn them off now.
I don't know why it's doing this.
Right, I'm go ahead and start the stream.
Wouldn't do it.
The other way, no.
Hey, we're on. We're coming. Just a few things. It's working for us and for our good. I'll see you in there, Steph.
I'm trying to get in it, but
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hey, y'all. Oh, they see your hair. They saw your hair coming out.
20 seconds.
We see your bangs.
15 seconds. 10 seconds. Alright, everybody look up. Here we go. 5 seconds.
Hey,
good morning.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless every one of you. This is the day that the Lord has made. I'm rejoicing and I am extreme.
Hey, we are here.
I saw
Yes.
Bishop Darren Gay on there from down in Petersburg,
Oh, wow.
Virginia, right
Good
off the break.
morning.
That's
Good
my
morning.
covenant brother, Pastor
morning.
Jason N. Sturdivant, my namesake.
Yeah.
Listen, I am Pastor J.E. Sturdivant. On the left of me, I've got,
hey, step the back.
and on the right of me, I've got,
Just see ya.
yep, and we are back to
here.
basics.
Yes.
Eyes of Faith radio broadcast, and we want to say to everybody that's on here, Happy New Year! Yeah, you made it over. You made it in the crossover. You did a Range Rover.
Yes, I like how it crossed over.
I got
Range
bars.
Rover.
You see, I still got bars.
The transition from
My
2018.
bars from
Yeah.
2018
The transition.
came over to 2019.
Yes, I love it.
But we are here, and I'm so
Yes.
excited to have my co-hosts and my cohorts
here.
here with me, and we're in the studio. Yes, good morning, Kim Thickpin.
morning.
Good to
Good
see you again.
morning.
My daughter, Gwen Thompson. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yes,
We're thanking God for all of you all
WBGR.
that are in the WBGR family. You all rock. We love you all so much. Mr.
Absolutely.
Lionel Green, the
Hey.
proprietor, the main man,
Yep.
the CEO,
Hey.
the HNIC.
Hey.
He is in the studios. We've got his whole staff up in here.
Everybody's
Corey the
here.
comedian is managing us today.
Absolutely.
You know, he's got to be really special to handle us.
Yeah, he's been handling us for a while too.
Yeah, because, well, you know, I think he's kind of gotten used to our craziness. I know
Yeah.
initially we kind of caught him off
He wasn't
guard.
ready.
You know, and he
But I
would
think
always
he's
come in
embraced it
here.
now. I think he's embraced
he used
it.
to come in here after the show looking like a deer caught in the headlights. He was like, what did they just now say
Right,
today?
what are they doing?
What is that? But now he comes and he's like, yes,
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 That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what I'm talking about right there. How come more people ain't doing that? But we're thankful to be here
glad,
in
we're
the
glad.
studios. This is, if you have anything, if you've got a business that you want to promote, if you've always thought about being on radio, you always thought about being out reaching 5 to 6 million people, that's what this studio is doing. And you need to come and be a part of this. You need to get in touch with us. The phone number is right up here on the screen, 301-429-9247. That's 301-429-9247. You need to get in touch with Mr. Lionel
Mr.
Green.
Green, now look, because you're doing something this year as far as sponsors, because you know you've been doing radio for some years now.
It's a couple of years
It's
under
been
my
some
belt
years
now.
now.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
even if people wanted to become a sponsor,
Right.
And be a part of Back to Basics,
They need to.
They need to connect with you this year because they don't know the changes that's about to happen.
No, it's about to blow up in such a way, and when Mr. Green gives me the okay, gives me the high sign, we're going to tell you all what's about to happen, but it's about to go to a whole nother
It's
level.
gonna be some new things.
No, it's going to be new.
New.
New
Not just
things.
new, but new.
New things for this upcoming year. We are about to really, really blow up, and we have to attribute it to Mr. Lionel Green and to his wonderful, wonderful wife and his staff, and just the whole way that we connected with him, and he is just taking us under his wings, and you know, we just, you know,
When he
we
moves-
believe we can fly.
Hey.
We believe we can touch the sky. We think about it every night and day. Spread our wings like Patti LaBelle. and fly away. Y'all ain't ready for us. Did you see us flapping just now?
What?
Yeah,
We
we just
fly,
had
we
wings
soaring.
on both sides. But it's about to blow up. But listen, how can they become a sponsor? Because they need
man,
to.
they
Because
can.
if they jump on now, it's going to help them later when the next level comes. You know, that's really why we have been able to do so much with Mr. Green. We started out with just doing radio. Then we went into getting audio books. And I mean, now we're about ready for the
other things
hush,
that's
hush,
good.
whisper.
Yeah,
But
I'm trying to
you all need to jump on with us now because it's about to blow up. So kind of tell them how they can become a sponsor.
Oh, it's so simple. Look, WBGR family, Facebook family, and YouTube family. Look, if you want to become a sponsor and connect with Back to Basics broadcast, it's so simple. When I tell you all, this is the benefit that comes when you partner and sponsor with the broadcast. You not only get exposure via social media, because Pastor Studevant has a great following. You know, God has blessed him with such an anointing that people all around the world,
All around the world
is connected with them. So if he just puts one thing out, you know, everybody will see it. So you'll be able to have exposure to social media. You'll be able to have a commercial where he'll do a commercial. He will promote
I'll promote this
whatever
stuff.
you have going on. If it's a business, if it's a conference, if it's an event, or if it's just an announcement that you're a part of and you just want a commercial, he will do that. And you've seen him do it. You know, you see the characters that come out during the broadcast.
Yo!
Those are some of the characters that
They're
will
going to
come.
another level this year. Get ready.
They're going to have outfits and names.
Outfits and names.
So you'll have a commercial done, and then you'll be able to have just some connection with some of the people that he's connected to. He's connected to a lot of people, not just in the radio industry, but just a lot of people from all over.
Music
you know,
industry,
music industry,
athletics, all types of things. We're
Everybody.
Every arena.
Every arena.
You need to come on and be a part
Become
of
a sponsor, and you can do that by contacting me, Janice Studevant. I'm gonna give you that phone number, and I want you to write that phone number down. Contact me and say, "Hey, I heard the announcement. I want to become a sponsor. I want to connect. How can we get this going?" That phone number is 301-736-2383.
Call her up.
301-736-2383.
The number has not changed.
301-736-2383. The year changed, but not the number.
The number has not changed.
That's good.
You can still reach us.
Please.
But we want you all to come and be a part of it because it's about
good
to really
stuff.
blow up and
It
be
really
really,
is.
really good. And we've got some of you all that are coming on, and we're so happy to have you coming on. I see you. Thank you, Gabriel. I see all of y'all that are coming on. And when we go to the next phase, the next level of what we're going to be doing, I may not be able to shout you out because it'll be a bigger camera. And that's all I'm going to say. You just need to get ready. Because
ready.
it is about to take place. You know, we are in the freshness.
Yes, we are.
The virginity of a new year.
Yes, we are.
I mean, it has not been tampered with. It hasn't been messed up yet. And so we're glad to be here and glad to have it. And I'm just so very, very happy. Steph, why, you know, we've been speaking to the people, but I don't think you really like officially greeted them.
haven't,
So
not yet.
officially greet the people in the new year.
Hey!
Wait a minute.
Hey guys!
The
good
bangs.
morning.
The bangs
Getting a
are
little
out.
extra
Y'all see
hair
that?
today.
Right.
Yeah, I
See,
am.
people that are
I am.
follically
It's
challenged,
full.
we hate that.
You can have some.
I'm follically challenged. You know they can put that on my head now.
I know.
But
and that's,
don't let me do that. If I ever do
I
that,
would not actually.
if
would
I
burn
ever
it
do
before.
that, I'll be like, really? You all let me go out like that?
No, I would not. But good morning, guys. Hey,
morning.
WBGR, Facebook, YouTube. I'm excited and I'm so happy to be here.
Come on, we made it over.
I made it because, you know, somebody actually probably transitioned at 11:59 on December 31st.
There were people that
2018.
did.
They did.
I'm pretty sure because this is how.
No, I got
the world
word.
works,
Someone
right?
did.
Wow.
Okay,
Yes.
so you know somebody
Absolutely.
specifically, and I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm just so grateful because one, I probably don't deserve it any more than anybody else. So thank you, God, for your grace and mercy
How
that
about that?
never fails.
How about
And then
that?
I'm just happy to one have another chance, you know, as well, and then two that I get to do it like this
That's
and to
right.
bring it in this way with
Wow.
something positive, something, you know, happy, something spiritual, and I'm ready. And you know, we can say this every year, but I feel in my heart that looking back at 2018 where I didn't deserve everything that I had, I can only imagine what I could get if I do right.
Ooh,
You know what I mean? Like,
that
it's
is
just,
so good.
It's so powerful for me personally,
Yeah.
just because like I'm ready and I need it.
That's
And
good.
you guys have it too. So take
Makes you want to
advantage
take up
of
an
it.
offering because
Right,
Steph, like,
right.
you know,
She
she'd be
said
like,
something.
you know,
God is good, I'm telling you.
wait a minute.
Come
Come on. Wait a
I was
minute.
about to
Were
go
you just
into a
out
hymn.
toning?
Yeah, I was gonna go into like a spiritual hymn, but then I was like, they're not ready.
No, they don't give them too much too soon.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
early
You
in the
just-
year,
yeah,
they be like,
just-
wait a minute.
But he's awesome. God is awesome, and you know, if you don't know him, follow this, share this, and you're gonna get to know him, and you're gonna want to be a part.
Amen. That's
Amen.
good.
Got my cousin Val Crawford is on there. That's my cousin.
morning.
Love her, love her, love her, love her, love you. Thank you so much. And Michelle McCall, thank you so much for coming on. Happy New Year to you
Happy New Year.
as well. Jossion, you were doing a commercial, but I need you to go ahead and greet the people properly. Jossion! Yeah, she. Wait a minute. You hit
You
that.
got that
You hit
extra.
that.
Woo!
You hit
I like
that.
it.
You hit that scream on the last part. I don't know where that would
Good
came
morning.
from.
I don't know either. I don't know. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Good
Yeah.
morning, WBGR, Facebook and YouTube. Good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year to everybody. We are excited as we express, and I'm not going to repeat because I actually agree with Steph as far as just being alive and being grateful. You don't take those things for granted. You don't take kindness for granted, but then you don't take being forgiven because God
Come on.
knows.
Right.
God knows I know I have fallen short many a times, and the fact that I have another chance to get it right, even if it's not just a flip of a calendar, but just
Right.
to be able to get out of my bed with bones that still work properly.
Did they work?
I'm telling you, to be able to breathe without no
To
complications.
be able to go to the bathroom
to go to
by
the
yourself.
bathroom by myself.
Because some people have bags attached to them.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Yes,
so.
sir. Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
for that, I don't take those things for granted, and I'm grateful for that. Even as we have been sharing, because we are doing some amazing things with WBGR, and Pastor said, connect with us. But when I tell you all, when we do these broadcasts, when we do the broadcast every Wednesday at 10 a.m., we ask you all to share this. We're not saying it because it sounds good. We're not saying it because it's a line that's to be said, but we're saying it because the information that's being given, I mean, we literally, we go over these things. Pastor, he's in study with the teachings that he brings forth to you all. And these teachings, they're life-changing.
Yes,
It's not
Lord.
just for a certain age group. It's not just for a certain gender. It's for everybody. And we're hoping that this year that you're not just the only one that's being helped, but those that are connected to you are being helped.
That's right. Get it out there. People
You know?
always say when they come to the Lord or when they make a new season in their life or when they go to another realm or another level or another dimension, that I don't even know if I want to do it because I have to get new friends. No, you don't always have to
You don't
get
have
new
to get new
friends.
friends. Just
If
help
you
them.
just get the ones that you are with to catch on. And to go with you. Then you don't have to make new friends because all of y'all are on the same mind, the same spirit, the same flow. It's like, I got to leave my old friends if I get saved. No, get your old friends saved.
Right.
And then you can have those friends while you're walking in a new life. Wow, I never thought of that. Because we always try to make a reason or an excuse as to why we're not doing what we should be doing. So I'm in agreement that, we're glad to be here. It's another day. I was feeling this stuff just like you.
Right.
It's the old song of the church.
All right, that's it.
Just another day that the Lord, y'all ain't ready for that one, has
Kept me. Is it made or
kept me.
Kept me.
Kept me. Just another day. Wait a minute, why y'all talking behind me?
Go ahead.
That the Lord has kept me. He has kept me from all evil. Listen, y'all. With my mind stayed on him. I see you, Talithia. I see you, Lester. I see you, Ty. Just another day
Yeah.
that the Lord has kept me. See, that's how we know.
Yeah.
You know how I feeling
We
that?
gotta bring our
I'm
tambourines.
liking it.
We
You
gotta
know,
bring our
gotta bring
church
we gotta bring our
hats.
tambourines
We gotta
in.
bring our
I
supplies.
should have bought, the old
You didn't
church
bring
mother.
mother? You didn't
I didn't
bring
bring the
mother?
church mother out, Ben Lane, was you feeling that? Marvin, Pastor Marvin said, was that Q flat? That was Z sharp. Z sharp. Z sharp.
See, everybody got jokes.
Woo! See, everybody
man.
coming on. Wasn't nobody
Yeah, nobody was
responding
coming on before.
till we made that little song.
Yeah.
Then here come everybody. Everybody got something.
It's cool.
We love y'all anyway. I see you, Daddy. So nice. Kim Thickpit, Pastor Marcus Barber. We appreciate
you
you.
all. Good morning, good morning.
We love you so much.
They're not ready for
great.
what's gonna happen.
Oh, they're
with
not ready?
us in this new year.
Oh, they're not ready?
I mean, we're gonna have like a full band.
Oh, it's going to be like that. You're going to think that you are watching, Jimmy Fallon or something.
That was great.
You-
Yep.
we,
What is that?
Pastor
I was
Mama
asleep.
said, I was asleep.
Oh no.
I woke you up with that note.
Yes.
Stay right.
Woke you up this morning.
Hey.
Started you on your way. See, you ain't ready. That's why you need me in your life.
Yep.
But listen, we're excited. We just have a good time. That's why we come on. We always want to open the show with something laughing, something jovial, something to just enjoy yourself. Because we believe that there's got to be balance in your life. You can be saved but still have a good time. The joy of the Lord is your strength. You've got to have that joy, and that comes from within. And so we're very excited every time we have a chance to come on and to kind of make your day. And even if it's nothing more than to make you smile with the way we sound.
That makes a difference.
Now you're going to be able to go and put up with the craziness of the people that you got to deal with, on a regular basis. But listen, it's a new year. It's a new year. And the whole time of last year, we were always talking about in the relationship piece about how relationships are forged, how you pick your friends or your lovers or your relationships, how you respond to people on your job, how you act towards people in the grocery store, what somebody that you don't know, maybe driving past you, cutting you off, can make you respond to somebody when you go back home who had nothing to do with what they did. How the issues from your job sometimes make you go home and kick the dog and run the cat out the house and feed the goldfish to the cat and holler at your spouse and all those type of things. All your relationships with other things and people, and then sometimes with yourself, are affected by your interactions with other things and people. So I kind of wanted to start off this year, since this is a Happy New Year, we're coming out of the very realm of where we were having Christmas time and Thanksgiving time, and we were around family and stuff, and I'll start, Steph, just a little bit, being around family for Christmas and Thanksgiving can be a bit challenging. What you want to say about that?
Growth.
Absolutely.
Grow. Janice, what you think about that? Steph looked at me like, are you getting ready to...
Man, being around family, you know what? Honestly, it's so refreshing. And I know that we have purpose that is not just going to be the holiday time that we do something with family.
Absolutely.
It's so needed as far as just the unity and just to keep that bond. That's when you know it's real, when it doesn't have to be a certain day on the calendar, an occasion that family comes together. And so when you have those moments and you're in good spirits, why not let that be something that continues even outside of an occasion? Right?
That's when you establish your own family traditions.
Yep.
Big Rob, see you, my classmate. Glad to see you on here. It's important that you establish it, and that's what we had said last year. Is you have to establish some traditions, and what better time to establish a tradition for your family than in the beginning of a new year.
Absolutely.
So I kind of wanted to come on today, and I want to challenge you. What's your vision? What's your vision for your relationships for the new year? I mean, I don't even know if you've even thought about it. What is your vision for your relationships for the new year? Are you going to have the same friends by the end 2019 is over? Are you going to be involved in the same relationship? Are you going to be single at the end of 2019? Are you going to still be beefing with your brother at the end of 2019? Are you still going to be struggling with the relationship with your sister in 2019? Are you still going to be mad at your ex in 2019? Are you still going to just be calling the father of your child, a dog, or the mother of your child the B word when you chose them? I mean, what plan do you have in place for 2019? If you don't have a plan in place for 2019, then 2019 will just happen, and it will dictate how your relationships go.
Yeah.
That means that whatever's happening in life, I'm just going with the flow. That means that whatever is going on, it is what it is. But success is not an accident. Success can be planned. You can determine how 2019 ends by how you started. What's your vision? Yeah. What is your vision for? See, if you're planning on being single again by the end of 2019, then you can keep on just being a revolving door or a doorknob for everybody to have their time with. But if you're planning on being in a stable relationship with someone, then there's some people you're going to not have to deal with because you know they've already told you they don't want commitment.
Sure.
So there's certain things, if you really, really look at it, and that's what we're on here doing. We're talking about family and relationships and all. You can determine how it is. Do you know that when you go to a bank, one of my mentors, the late Dr. Miles Monroe, he made this statement. He said, when you go to a bank and you want to build a house, they will not give you the money for the loan for the house or to pay the engineers or to pay the construction people until the blueprint of the house, when it is finished, has already been drawn.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You've got to have the picture, the vision of how it's going to look, the construction people, everything involved before the bank releases the money to you.
Yeah.
And many people are already saying, God, give me this, God, give me that, God, give me the other. And God says, show me the vision.
Right.
Show me the picture. Show me what you want 2019 to look like, and then I can give you what you need to make it happen. And so one of the things that I purposely do, I was talking with yours mother yesterday, and I told her that, we're going to take the month of January. And before the month of January is out, we as a family, we're going to have to just kind of come together and see, what do we want to see happening? Maybe because all of my children are grown and they're out and everything like that, they have a vision. But if we sit down and kind of talk about it, we can kind of see how the overall vision of the family can really affect our individual visions.
Absolutely.
How can I help you to accomplish your vision? What can I do? And vice versa, what can you do to help me to accomplish mine? And so it's important that you establish what that's going to be. Joshua, chapter number 24, verse 15. Joshua 24, verse 15. You heard Joshua say something. He says, listen, we're about to walk into this promise. We got all of these opportunities that's going to be ahead of us. I taught this on this past New Year's Eve night, our crossover night. He says, we're going in here, but you're going to have to decide. Are you going to serve the gods that were on the other side of the water? Are you going to serve the gods that are the gods of your foreparents? Or are you going to serve the gods that are in the new land we're going to? And then here's what he said in Joshua 24, verse 15. He says, if it appears evil to serve God, he says, then choose you this day who you're going to serve. He says, choose now the God you're going to serve when you step into your promise, because your promise is going to offer you a lot of options. Yeah. Your new breakthrough is going to offer you a whole lot of other things to pick. So you have to decide now, am I going to choose to serve money in 2019 so that whenever I get a job, I'm going to put God on the back burner so I can work? Am I going to choose to serve money so that whoever I get with is based on how much they make as to whether or not they might be who God is sending to me? See, it's once you have written out your vision, you've put out your blueprint of what it's going to be, then you can determine what's going to be the way that you go. Now, I've got a couple of things I'm going to say, and I'm going to drop these in your spirit, and I'm going to be teaching them as we go along. I can't teach it all today, but I'm going to drop a couple of things in your spirit, and I'm going to get Steph and Janice to kind of help me with this a little bit, because one of the things that you have in this new year, you who are watching me on my YouTube channel, you who are watching and listening on WBGR, you who are watching and listening on Facebook Live, can I tell you that I'm 61, Steph is in her 30s, Janice is in her 30s, but 2019 is not giving me, Steph, or Janice any more seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, or months than is giving to anybody else. Everybody has in this year the same amount of seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, and months. Nobody's getting any more than anybody else. You always hear people say stuff like, it's just not enough hours in a day for what I got to do.
Exactly.
I just don't have enough time. No, it's not that you don't have enough time and it's not enough hours. The problem is you have not determined what was your priority and what was just your urgency.
Yeah.
See, some stuff will come and make you think, I just got to have it by the 15th. Well, really? Or is it that you did not plan prior to the 14th?
Absolutely.
About what you had to do. So it's really about dealing with things. So everybody gets the same amount of time, but how you use that time is going to be the determining factor as to whether you experience success or failure. So what you going to do with the time you got? Some of you, you know, you've wasted time already. And you're just in day, what day is this? Day 2.
Yeah.
You've already said, well, after my consecration, then I'm going to get serious. Well, no, why are you wasting your period of your consecration? And if it's 21 days, that means you've wasted almost the entire month. If it's 30 days, that means you've wasted a month. If it's like my family in Nigeria that does 100 days, you've now messed up a whole quarter of the year.
Wow.
If you're going to wait until after something is done. This year, 2019, hear me when I say it, procrastination is not your friend. Come on, say that with me. Procrastination is not your friend. You just cannot be one that's procrastinating. Whatever you're supposed to do, go on and do it while it's called today. So now, what determines whether you have a good 2019 or a bad 2019 is going to be based on how you handle 2 things. Are you ready for them? It's called time and change. Time and change. Because everybody has the same amount of time, but we all have different changes. So it's how I handle my time when there is a change that determines whether by the end of 2019 I accomplished what I had planned on accomplishing or not. Because you know, Josiane, this is something that I picked up on when you gave us the concept at the end of last year about doing our vision board for the family and everything like that. And we had all different families there, all different families with different root causes for why the family acted a certain way. And unfortunately, when adverse situations came up in the family, they didn't know how to handle change. And because they didn't know how to handle change, now they have what we call, from the Bible perspective, generational curses that have come down and down and down, and nothing has happened because all we have done in family is either talked about, or as we found out, not talk about the changes. So now everybody's just now going through life wasting time. Because we haven't dealt with it. And I want to say, you know, because you go around doing vision boards with young people and some of the teens that are in group homes and have been without parents. They've been, you know, on their own for 12 and 13, from the age of 12 and 13. And some of them are just 15 and 16 and been on their own since they were 12 years. And you and Steph just did something yesterday with vision boards. Which one of y'all want to start talking about that concept of the whole reason of why vision is important and why you have to make your plans? And I like the fact that all of you, first to start out with just you all, your vision squad, just you girls. But this time you had some young people in there that got impacted. So who wants to start talking a little bit about the importance of vision, why vision? And listen, if you all don't do vision and vision boards and things like that, Janice can come in, do it for your young people. She has a tremendous ability to relay how you have to plan your future in a language that young people can understand. You know, they seem like they're just throwing their lives away and they won't listen to you. She has a knack for getting them to listen to her. I don't, it's an amazing thing that she can get them to listen to her and I couldn't get her to listen to me when she was at it. I don't understand it. But nevertheless, I put it out there. Come on, say a little something about that.
So, all right, look, guys. When you think about vision, let me just be real technical for like 1 second. When you think about vision, vision is seeing, right?
Yep.
Think about the word vision. How many eyes is it in the word vision? There are 2 eyes. Now you think about seeing and you think about the 2 eyes that are in vision. When it all boils down to it, it's not about anybody else. It's about what you see about your life. Are the one that have to make that change. And a lot of times we never really take the time to have a vision for ourselves because we don't want to see or we don't want to do what is necessary for ourselves. So we go on other people's vision for our lives.
Come on.
Instead of making a vision for our own selves. So with saying that, with having a vision, Steph and I did something yesterday with a couple of our friends who do this is our friendship tradition that we do every New Year's Day, and we actually take the time to write a vision for our lives individually and then for our friendship for that year.
Wow.
Things that we
Wait a minute.
Yes.
You write a vision for your life and for your friendship.
Yeah.
That's major.
Yeah. So
Wow. I ain't write no vision for no friends. Maybe that's why we don't
Now, that's why you
have
gotta check
none.
your friends.
No, maybe
Check
that's
your
why. No,
relationship.
I'm so open and serious. Maybe that's why we have to always unfriend people at the end of the year off of our Instagram and our Facebook pages is because we never had a vision for what we wanted our friends to be before we got on there. That's why people that say, I'm requesting friendship, we say, oh, I accept.
yeah.
And then later on, you find out that somebody has put your stuff out there, and you're kind of like, man, I need to go ahead and I'ma just be deleting. I've been gifted with the gift of delete. The spirit of delete is on me. And you should have had a better spirit for you to not just accept everybody that came in that. But go ahead on. I like that.
Yeah,
Go
so
ahead on.
we do that. We made our own visions, and then we talk about how we can help each other and be accountable with each other with certain choices. So it allows us to see what each other are doing individually and how we can help, as you stated earlier, how we can help each other with their plans and goals, but then it also allows us to be more accountable with each other, respect each other, support each other, and love each other. So it was an amazing thing for us to release some of the old habits and choices that we made in 2018, but then plan to do some things different for this year.
And because you all shared it, if Steph sees you are going off of what you wrote down, she has a right and a responsibility as a true friend to check you.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why most of us don't really go into that type of a thing with friendship or with family is because we don't want nobody to check up. Only God can judge me. See, that's that stupid stuff we say because the truth of the matter is we don't want anybody to have to be accountable to. I don't want to have to be accountable to you. You know, if you go to the bank and you'll say, can you please give me the balance on my account? Now, you will ask a total stranger to tell you something about your personal finances, and you will take them at their word that they're telling you the truth. When back behind that glass, they could take some money out of your account and then could tell you what's in your account. And because you don't ever balance your account, you now are going by what the institution has told you and is establishing concerning you. You need someone in your life that has the ability to know you well enough to say, are you still messing with Darwin? You said you wasn't letting him come back in your life. Why are you still dealing with him? You forgot how he beat you up? But no, this time around it's gonna be different. No, you need somebody in your life that can check you and say, why are you going back to that relationship? We were up all night crying you through, praying you through, helping you, rocking you through. And now, because of the investment that we made in helping you get out, we have an obligation and a right as a friend, as a sister. You know, what was that Set It Off movie? You know, you are my sister.
My friend. And my bride only God. You know that song?
You know that joint. She don't know about that.
Oh, I know.
That was everybody. You know, and you have to have somebody that will check you and let you know, why are you back in that? Why are you still doing that? Why did you give them your number? See, you normally pick up when I call you. Who were you with that you didn't pick up? See, there are a lot of things that when you get that account, and they've got your account number because they've been walking with you for 5 years, 10 years. I think y'all's relationship goes back 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
So there is an accountability number between the two of you. That's it. That ain't none of your business. No, 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 no. If we are accountable to each other, I've got a number, 15, that allows me access to your account where I have a responsibility and a right. And you know what I found out? A lot of people that say they got church hurt, it's not that they've got church hurt, it's that they don't want to be at a place where they have to be accountable.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have church hurt, you just don't want anybody to check you. And because somebody checks you, you then say, I believe God's telling me I need to move on. No, God's not telling you. Guilt is telling you you need to move on because you don't want to be at a place where someone knows you well enough to say, this is your pattern. This is your habit. And even though people will sometimes say, I need somebody in my life that will check me, we always say that until they do that. I need someone to tell me when I'm off course. Tell me when I'm too loud. And then the moment that they do it, but you don't understand. This is the way I've always been. No, but we agreed that we were doing something different in this new season, this new year, this new life. And so Steph kind of helped just a little bit, you know, from this. You all did that. Y'all set off balloons and stuff, but come on.
Just to show the flip side of it, we were not obligated to read what we put on our card.
Come
and
on.
It kind of made you more accountable to yourself because clearly the things that you did not want to share was
Come
something
on.
that you were not ready to ever be approached with by me or one of your other friends.
Come on.
Or, you know, deal with because it's something just you're dealing
Ooh.
with. And I think that's profound, especially in our friendship. Like, we didn't have to read it.
Yeah.
You could volunteer to
Yeah.
read some of it.
Right.
I mean, nobody ever would know. But
Nobody
it
put
just
a gun to
kinda,
your
it
head.
shows you what you want to be accountable for.
Wait
and then
a
it kind
minute.
of shows you what you want to be approached with. And then what you didn't want to be approached with, you could probably kind of look at it yourself in that
Ooh.
moment and kind of be like, okay, so why is this the case?
I love that. That is, you said profound. That is so good. We, you all have heard me say in the ministry that the word intimacy, you know, intimacy, I-N-T-I-M-A-C-Y. I broke it down and said, into me, see. Intimacy is not about sex.
Right.
It's about transparency. Intimacy is not about exchanging body fluids. It's about being vulnerable with your truth.
Exactly.
And when you said that just now, girl, I said, gosh, I should have been smart enough to know that. Because it's an amazing thing that it is not an obligation that you all had to expose it. But there were some things you chose to expose.
Right.
And if I heard you right, you said, and then there were some things we did not have to read. But then we had to ask ourselves, what was the reason I did not want to be accountable in that area? That is so major because if I start saying, Steph, so Judah said this, then Judah,
Right.
now the children of Judah, because I'm leaving out several chapters.
Right.
And so the question is, why could I say Judah, which means praise, but not read all of the stuff that was in there after I said praise?
Yeah.
Why can I talk about the good?
Yeah.
You know, because I want you to pat me on my back, say, oh, good job. You've done a good job. You've done better than I expected you to do.
Right.
You've come farther than even you thought. Yeah, but then we don't want to talk about how many times we have blown it. And that's what you all opened with the new year. You're saying God is giving you another chance. You've dropped the ball. And we're able to say that out like this to everyone because it's generic. But when you're accountable, I can't just say, I dropped the ball. I got to say, you know, Steph, when I told you that I didn't have the money that I owed you, I really did have the money that I owed you, but I knew that I could get over on you by telling you that I had something to come up and you would understand. So I spent the money on something else because I knew you wouldn't sweat me for paying you back.
Right.
See, when you have to start dealing, that's accountable. That's not no generic thing right there. And that's why most of us don't have real relationships. Because we want to do generic stuff. My daughter, Asia Payne, came up here to be with us this week. I was so blessed. We want to deal with generic stuff and don't want to deal with specificity. Specificity means, see, and that's why most of our prayers have never reached heaven. Because we want to say, God, forgive me, you know I got this issue. No, you have a mistress, a side piece while you're married. Father, forgive me for all the wrong I've done. No, you cussed people out. Specifically, you cussed out this person, you cussed out your child, you cussed out that person. We want to be generic when we pray, but we want specific blessings. You've got to be as specific in your repentance as you are in your request for blessings. See, I ain't gonna get no thumbs, no hearts, no comments right now. Folk gonna tune out on the show right now, you know, because they don't want to hear that. But if you're going to have a vision, you all brought it up. If you're gonna have a vision for a relationship, for a friendship, then you're going to have to put down what's the ground rules. I like what you all said. I'm trying to remember the exact way that you said it because so much stuff went through my head when you all were talking about what's going to make us be better friends for each other in our relationship. And you revisit that every year. I don't know if you all did it, but did you all look at, you know, we wrote down last year and this year we kind of flunked in some areas. Y'all did that? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Where you can now go back and I say, oh, well, that was last year. I put that under the blood. See, everybody want to put it under the blood and don't realize that while it was out from under the blood, it was breaking my heart. And while it was out from under the blood, I felt rejection. And while it was out from under the blood, you put everybody in front of me. And while it was out from under the blood, you used me when you were in need. But then when I was in need, you had nothing for me. See, we want to put all of that under the blood because we don't want to have to be accountable. Accountable, meaning it is in your account and you have the ability to help me out. But you did not want to be accountable or do what was in your account, but you emptied my account and you've got me now in the red while your account is in the black. There's my brother for many, many years, the maestro himself, Willie B. Allen. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I love you, man. I love you. And so it is important that we start realizing this cannot be a year where everybody goes broke while you're living your best life.
Absolutely.
No, if we're going to be in relationship, you know. And so Joshua said, what is the vision? He says, as for me and my house, which means that he took it as the priest to have a vision for his home and his family, even if nobody else did. He had the vision. And so you have to, whether you are the father or if you are a single mom or if you are just single and it's you, what's your vision for you? Are you going to be a better steward over the money that you make in your singleness so that you don't have to marry for financial stability? Are you going to be someone that establishes, while I'm in my singleness, I'm going to be better domestically so that I don't have to marry a woman to be a maid. I can marry her because I love her. See, there are things you have to make agreements and visions for with yourself so that you don't wind up, as Janice said, wind up expecting somebody else to have a vision for you. Because if you don't have a vision, life and people will make your life be what they want it to be, and then you'll be later on mad saying, I don't even know why I keep letting them do this. I don't know why I keep letting them treat me that way. It's because, number one, you don't know you. Number two, you have no vision for you. And number three, you have no ability to stop the people who will have a vision for the you that you don't know. You have got to have a vision for yourself. So now, someone made a statement, and I hope I'm helping you all. Send me some hearts, some thumbs. I want to help you. 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 Let me know. WBGR, I hope I'm helping you. So now listen here. Listen. In 2019, God intends for you to succeed. Failure is not his plan for you. It is not his plan for you to fail. That is not his desire. That is not his desire for you to fail. He plans for you to succeed. Here's what he says. You all know it all the time. You quote it, but you don't pay no attention to it. Jeremiah 29:11. Jeremiah 29:11. Here's what God says. I know the thoughts I think towards you, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope, or an expected end. He expects you to end 2019 well. And it's going to be full of good and not evil. That's his plan for your life. And he's got a directive for how you can do it. He says how you can have success. Everybody's like, well, I don't know how to be a success. I was born on the wrong side of the tracks. But you aren't a train. You were not born on the wrong side.
That's good.
You were not born on the wrong side of the tracks. Steph, I want you to tell them how easy it is for them to be able to follow. Here's God's directive, and it's in Joshua chapter number 1, verse 8. I want you all to get this. Joshua chapter number 1, verse 8. Steph, somebody is going to need this for the new year. Would you please read Joshua chapter 1, verse 8 for somebody? If you're typing on the screen, please, my YouTube family and my Facebook family, put this scripture on there. You type it, Joshua 1, verse 8. This is how your year can be. Go on, Steph.
This book of the law.
This book of the law.
Shall not depart from your mouth.
In other words, say what God's word says about you, about your relationship. You know, the Bible says, you know, if a man would have friends, he must show himself friendly. So let that be what comes out of your mouth for establishing a vision for your friendship. If you want me to stay your friend, you've got to be friendly. You have to be the type of friend you want me to be. It's just you just got to get it in you. So let that be what comes. That way you can avoid people just coming into your life and you don't know, how did you get here? No, you know how they got here because you never articulated the type of friendship you were looking for. You never said what you wanted the relationship to be. So you just got some old stray, some mutt, some old vagabond, something that was on the side of the road. They say, it looked like something that cats jug in. You just I need my characters.
Right, yeah. I
I need my characters in here. You just wound up getting anything because you never articulated what were you expecting from this friendship.
Right.
That's why I love what you all did. You put your expectations in you all's group. And since there was a young couple that was about to be getting married, now they had to hear, so they won't go into the marriage saying, well, I thought you were going to be this. No. Here's my expectation of what I'm looking for in this relationship. He says, don't let this book of the law do what?
Depart from your mouth.
I see you, my dear sister up there in Wisconsin, Pastor Dr. Jacqueline Humphrey. Go ahead.
But you shall meditate it in day and night.
Now listen, don't stop talking about it, and then don't stop thinking about it. Don't stop visualizing it. He says, meditate on it. Go ahead, what?
Day and night.
Day and night. I've got to keep this thing in my mind for whatever it is. If it's a vision for a relationship, if it's a vision for a job, if it's a vision for a career, if it's a vision for a house, if it's a vision for a different car, if it's a vision for whatever it is, you've got to articulate it. You've got to think about it. You've got to meditate on it. And listen, I'm going to talk to you about visions at second, but go ahead on, Steph. Say some more.
That you may observe to do according.
That you will observe to do according, what? To what you have been saying. What you verbalize is what will be actualized. You have to say it until you see it. The Bible says, that's why I wrote the book, Daily Confessions for Impacting Your World, because every time you open your mouth, you are either creating or cremating your W-O-R-L-D world by your W-O-R-D-S words. The record is that death and life are in the power of your tongue. You have the power to create what you want to see or to crucify what you were about to see simply because of what you either did or did not say. Come on, please.
To do according to all that is written.
To do according to all that is written in the book of the law. In the book, there are so many promises in the word of God. And if we will abide by them, we can get the promises that are there. Say what the word says, not what your emotions say.
Right.
Come on, say what the word says, not what your emotions say. Your emotions say, my feet are killing me. Your emotion says, my back is killing me. Your emotion says, I don't feel like it. But his word says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I just got a report from the doctor saying cancer. That's what the doctor says. But his word says that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we're healed. We keep saying what it says until we see what we say. Come on, please.
For then you will make your way prosperous.
Wait a minute. He says, if you say it, if you meditate on it, if you keep it before your eyes, he then says, what'll happen?
For then you will make your
Then
way.
who will make?
You.
Then who will make?
Myself.
Then God will make. No.
Myself.
Then you will make
Yeah.
your way. See, we always waiting. God, come down. I'm waiting on the Lord. God says, no. I've given you directives. I've told you what to say. I've told you what to look at. I've told you what to keep on your mind. And if you do that, then you will make your way what?
Prosperous.
Prosperous. Go ahead.
And then you will have good success.
Then you'll have good success. So I can determine my success and my prosperity by what I articulate, what I visualize, or the vision that I have for my life for 2019. I can determine if I know how to manage my time and manage when I have changes, I can determine. See, and most people will say, well, I got to go to plan B. You cannot have a plan B if you never had a plan A.
Right.
What was your initial plan? What did you write down where you said you were going to be in 3 months, in 6 months, in 9 months, in a year? If you never had a plan A, you can never have a plan B. Y'all want to say anything before I move on real quick?
Even with having a plan
Come
B,
on.
you know, sometimes we do it, but we don't know that we're doing it. But when you have a plan B, you're telling yourself that you're automatically going to fail plan A.
Right.
So why not just focus on making plan A be such a success that you won't have to worry about having a plan B. Put all your energy towards that one plan and believe that it's going to happen.
Now, you know, there's something I want to share with them because you stepped into my next vein.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of time to finish, but you stepped into my next vein because the truth of the matter is, if you the only thing worse than to die without fulfilling your purpose is to live and not know what your purpose is.
Yeah.
The only thing worse than to die and not fulfill your purpose is to live and not know what it is. I wish I could take credit for that, but that was an unknown author. I don't know who that was. But listen, the truth of the matter is, many people go to school, many people get jobs, they get in and out of relationships, they grow old, and they die without ever knowing what their purpose was. I mean, there's people right now that are listening to me, that are watching me, and they said, I'm 50 years old, I'm trying to figure out my purpose. I'm 75, I don't know what my purpose is. Listen. You have got to know purpose. If you don't know your reason for waking up every morning, then waking up is not something you look forward to.
Right.
If you don't know what, as the old folks say, what puts the tiger in your tank, then you'll just sit in your driveway without even turning your car on. You have got to know what your purpose is. A lack of knowledge of purpose makes it easy for you to give up on life. A lack of knowledge of your purpose is easy to make you commit suicide. A lack of knowledge of your purpose will say, if I'm hurting anybody, I'm only hurting me. A lack of knowledge of your purpose is the most important thing you need to do. And you can know what your purpose in life is. You can know. The problem is many of us don't really want to know our purpose because I just want to do me. I want to do me. Steph, read Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4 and 5. Jeremiah 1, verse 4 and 5. Somebody put that on the screen for me on my YouTube page and on my my Facebook page. Those of you that are on WBGR, would you all please just take these notes, very copious notes. What's it saying, Jeremiah 1, verse 4 and 5, Steph the best?
Then the word of the Lord came to me, saying...
The word of the Lord came to me. Not to everybody, but when I hear a message, I find where my part is in it.
Exactly.
The word of the Lord came to me. Go ahead.
Before I formed you in the womb.
What did God say? He said what?
Before I formed you in the womb.
Wait a minute. He says before I formed you before the sperm met the egg, before it came from your dad and met your mom, before it happened, before I formed you, before anything happened, before there was any procreation taking place, while it was yet recreation and was not yet procreation. He says, what did I do?
I knew you.
I knew you. I knew you. So I'm about to mess you up now. Even if you were a product of rape, there's a purpose for your life.
Yeah.
He says, I knew you. Even if you were something that came as a result of incest, there is a purpose for your life. He says, I knew you. And I can, because I know you, I can use the negativity of the vehicle and make something positive come out of it. Man, that's some good stuff right there. That is why in my script, I'm going to get down here a little further if I get a chance. It says, and we know that all things work together for good. It is the negativity that he can do because God does not have to have a good situation to make it work together for your good. Go ahead, Steph, read.
Before you were born, I sanctified you.
Before you were born, I sanctified you. So I knew you, meaning that I already had knowledge of what you were going to do and be. The Bible says in Isaiah chapter 46, verse 10, Isaiah 46, verse 10, it says that he calls our end from the beginning and things that are not yet from ancient times, saying that my counsel shall stand and I'll do my good pleasure. So he says, I knew you before you were born. And then he says, I sanctified you, meaning I set you apart. Meaning, you weren't going to be like everybody else, Steph. You weren't supposed to fit in.
Right.
Everybody's so busy trying to be. You're supposed to be. Listen, your vision is so great until it's going to make some people not like you. Pastor Marvin Barnes, he said something on his page today before he was asleep. he had something on his Facebook page today. He said this. He said, the hell that is in others, I'm paraphrasing, the hell that is in others cannot handle the heaven that's in you.
Wow.
So expect to be rejected.
That's good.
He said, the hell that is in others cannot handle the heaven that is in you. So expect to be rejected. Some years ago, you may have remembered me preaching, and I said this. I said, the problem is not you. The problem is that there is something in you that winds up making uncomfortable the person that is around you. So they have to reject you because they don't want to deal with what is wrong in them, because the thing that's in you exposes something in them. Why are you always so happy? No, the question is, why are you always so negative? So they can't understand your joy because they want you to always be down. He says, I knew you. He also says what? I sanctified you. And then what did he say?
I ordained you.
I ordained you, meaning that there is a job, a career, a home, a place where you are supposed to wind up. I know the thoughts I think towards you, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and an expected end. Well, I've already established your end. I've ordained you to make it there. You are ordained to succeed. In 2019, you are ordained to succeed. Read what else he says.
I ordained you a prophet to the nation.
In other words, I know what you're supposed to be specifically, not a local preacher.
Right.
A prophet to the nations. Now, you may not want to do the work to be the global minister. You may just say, I'm doing good right where I am. But if he's ordained
Right.
you to be to the nations, you will never be happy locally. The reason why some are frustrated is because you are doing something, but not all that you could be doing. If you accepted the purpose that God has for your life. What is purpose? Purpose is the reason for which something exists or is done. The purpose for this chair is for you to sit on it. You will never be comfortable trying to sleep on it.
Yeah.
Because that's not its purpose.
Right.
Its purpose is for you to sit on it. You'll never be comfortable, and even though it is a chair, it would never be a comfortable seat to fly to Africa in. Because there is a different chair that is for that. All chairs are not created equal, but they all fulfill their purpose.
Right.
All of your friends are not going to be on the same level.
Right.
Each one has a I can't be mad. I'm closer to Steph than I am to Susie. Well, Steph has a purpose in my life, and Susie, you only here because you saw Steph in my world. You ain't really want me. You just wanted to be in the same type of scenario that you see Steph in. I've run out of time, but listen, y'all want to say anything before I conclude this? What you want to say? Because I got a lot of stuff. I told you I wanted to get to it all.
I think it's really good, and I think it's a powerful teaching that's needed for this second day of the new year.
Right.
Because it really kind of challenges you to not only look at yourself, but just look at your relationships. Like, I know I have to, I feel convicted now. Like, let me go ahead and just maybe reach out to a couple more people that I probably should have said something to, or cut some of the people.
There we are. There you
know
are.
what I mean? So it's just one of those things that you just have to be honest and not only know your truth, because we quick to say live your truth, but just know your truth and know what's best for you.
That's so good. Steph, what you
How
got?
about accept your truth?
Accept
I mean,
your
you
truth.
can know it and hear it, but if you don't ever accept it, it's not going to change. You're going to keep having that same cycle and the same repeat over and over, and you're going to feel like you're losing.
I love
that.
that.
So how about accept your
Know
truth
it,
so
live
you
it,
can
and
work
accept
on it?
Yeah, because if you know your truth, there's some things that you won't try because that's a lie.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Come
Here's
on.
some of the teachings. If you were blessed by the teachings today, Pastor had alluded to one of the books that he's written, but all of these books, he's written 6 books, and all of these books talk about different perspectives as it relates to relationships. We definitely encourage you all to invest this year and make an investment for yourself.
That's
Make
right.
an investment for those that you care about, that you're in relationship with. These books, we've read them. These books, I'm telling you, will be a blessing. If you want to purchase these books, you can go to Pastor Sturdivant personal page, and that's www.JESturdivantministries.
STRIES.
Again, www.JESturdivantministries.
STRIES.
You can purchase the books and we'll ship it out to you. Or if you just want to be a blessing because his teachings, his ministry has been a blessing to you, and you want to sow a seed to say thank you, Pastor, for your ministry, you can do that via Cash App, and the handle is the $ capital D, lowercase r, capital J, capital E, capital S.
Now listen, I want to invite everybody tonight at midnight. We're going to start our consecration. If you'd like to get the information for our consecration, we're setting ourselves apart for the next couple of days, next few days. And we're going to be meeting every night, teaching, praying together. But we're cutting off foods. We're cutting off stuff. We're cutting off TV. We're cutting off a whole bunch of social media garbage. All of the distractions. We want to get focused for how we want to see our year end. And we're going to be meeting every night, starting tonight. We're going to be meeting every night at 7 o'clock. You can come on over and be a part of this with us. It's going to bless your life in a powerful, powerful way. And tonight will be the last night we'll be giving away food. We're giving away groceries tonight. We'll still be giving it away. You just can't eat it. But we're giving away groceries every Wednesday so that you have the ability to have some things that won't cost you anything. Just come out. We're giving away groceries. If you'd like to get a copy of our consecration, we don't just say stop eating. We give you everyday step-by-step things to do. You can go on our website. It will be uploaded today, and you'll be able to get the information of our fast, and that will be going to www.fummd.com. That's www.fummd.com. and you can see the fast information and get it for yourself. And I invite you to come and be a part of this with us. Don't forget, I'll be back on later on today, not on WBGR, but on my Facebook page, my YouTube page. You can come back and check me out at 3 o'clock. I am Brother Jay Sturdivant, and you are?
Steph the Best.
And you are?
I'm Janice.
And you know, some people are on the air because they can afford to be on the air. Others are on the air because they like the way they sound on the air. But we're on the air because what? We got something to say. We got something to say. Told you we got something to say. God bless you. Happy New Year. Thank
Happy
you,
New
Mr.
Year.
Green. Thank you, WBGR. That
Thank
fabulous
you.
staff that's making it happen.
Thank you.
We love you. We appreciate you. Facebook, don't forget 3 o'clock. We out of here. YouTube, we gonna see you. We love you. We out.
Y'all swipe right and share.
Please swipe right. Share this. Share this.
Copy
Share this.
and
Share
paste
this.
this and share this on YouTube. Copy
Please,
and
we
paste
want
that.
everybody needs to get this. I'm about to take it. I'm touching on purpose a little bit, but the next time I come together, I'm gonna be talking about vision, and I want to give you a little bit of that, and I'm gonna touch a little bit about it this afternoon because we have to go into, you know, what's your vision for love?
Yeah.
What's your vision for love? You. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I want you all to be able to come on, check this out. You
3
know,
o'clock.
the reason why you keep getting sex is because you ain't got no vision for love.
Wow.
Reason why you keep getting body fluids is because you have no vision for love. Reason why people keep abusing you is because you have no vision for love. You accept like. You accept being the bottom B. You accept being down. You accept all of that, but you have not even gotten a vision for love because you don't even know what love is. So come on, back 3 o'clock. We want to talk to you a little bit about that. God bless you. We out.